It's been a little while since we've had a little update on the progress of things I've been doing to my truck. And the last few months, probably, when did we start on this? Probably 3-4 months ago, I started on a headache rack project for my 2002 GMC Sierra. And without the help of a really good farm friend of mine, I don't think it could have been possible. Headache racks can be, if you build them yourself, custom, can be kind of stressful. They can be time consuming, trying to hold pieces up and weld stuff, and it's easier to have somebody there to help. So I want to show you guys what we've been doing, and I think you're going to like it. So it all starts right now. We're going to start in here, jump in here from where we started out. I've got some pictures. I didn't take much video going through the build process, but I took tons of pictures. So we're going to lay those pictures up in here and let you guys check them out so that you guys can see what this thing looks like from start to finish. And I'll tell you some other things we're going to be doing to this here in the near future. And it has a little bit to do with Speed Tech lights. Alright guys, and here we are basically starting the build of the headache rack. We started out with a 2-inch piece of square tubing. We bent it, cut it, used a ratchet thing there to help hold it while we welded the cuts. We welded some pieces inside of it. We welded some angle iron on the bottom to make the area for it to sit on the bed of the truck. We put the bottom bar on there and then realized we probably could put it up a little bit higher, so we did raise it up just a little bit higher there. We did put some little pieces of pipe on the bottom to just give it a little bit more height. We were going to make it right at flush with the top of the cab, and I was like, well, it'd be nice to have it just a little bit above the cab, so we made it just a little bit taller. Here we are kind of measuring for some brackets for the toolbox. This is a toolbox that came with my truck. It does have some red paint on it, which I'm going to try to get off and maybe have that polished up real good. We also built some brake light housings, put in the bars to the center, got it all cleaned up. We primed it, Herculined it. It turned out super good. We drilled holes in it to put the marker lights in it. Wire brushed it real good with a wire brush on the end of a grinder. Cleaned it up real well. Was going to have it sandblasted and thought about having it powder coated, but I was like, yeah, I'll just Herculine it. Herculiner is just as good as Raptor liners, so if you're using either one of those, they both kind of give off the same kind of texture. Raptor liner is done with a air gun and comes in a tube. You can also get Herculiner in a spray can, like. And you can get you can also get it in a gallon liquid, which you just roll it on, which is what I use. So here it is, getting the primer put on it. I put 3 coats of primer on it, and it turned out super good. So I hope you guys enjoy this build as much as I have. This thing is really making the truck look a lot better, and that Herculiner looks phenomenal. How cool does that look? Well, I hope you enjoyed those quick pictures, but if you want to see the thing here in person, it's behind me. We just got done washing the truck because it was filthy from driving out there at the farm, and we're going to show this thing to you. It's super, super cool, as the dogs even think it's cool. So let's come on with me. Just come on back here. Yeah, right here. All right, we're going to turn around, and we're going to show it to you. Oh, but you want a close-up shot? In all its glory. Now, it's not completely done yet, as in I'm going to be putting a toolbox here. I've got to make some brackets for that, but this sets this truck off super, super good. Now, we did put some marker lights on it. I honestly kind of wish I would have put this one down just a little bit further and lowered all these, but it's cool. So we've got 3, these are 3/4 inch or 7x8, 7 and 8, something like that. Little marker lights. I will link all these down in the description if you guys want to check these out. These are amber. We have 3 in the clearance side for red. Those are super bright. And then we have these cheap kind of brake lights here, which one of them actually is wiggling inside the housing. So I might end up trading those off because as I got to thinking, the way I have my headlights or tail lights, have a little line there. I might get something to put up there that kind of has something that resembles that. So if you know of any cool headache rack lights, of course it wouldn't be hard to pop those out. Pop some different ones in there. I tried to find that style in smoked, but I couldn't because I want some with a lot of LEDs in it. So I thought, yeah, we'll just stick those in there for now. But wiring was fun. Everything runs basically up here through the top down to the other side. We did make a hole over there in case I ever need to run wiring up through there again. I have an access point there. There is an access point here. We do have wire loom. Everything is wire loomed up. We ran the cable down the bed, down inside there. We do have a quick connect. I don't know if you can see it or if it'll focus on it. It is in there, but you probably can't see it. And then we just basically made our own harness. We used heat shrink connectors. We used wire nuts. We used a stuff called whip, which when you're making connections, you put that on the end of your bare connection and it helps prevent corrosion and all that stuff. And then it basically just tied in back here to my harness that runs my trailer lights. So we just made about a 12-foot harness so we could run everything, make it loose if ever needed stuff. So it's all up in there, runs from there down the side, inside the frame rail where all the other wires is. Everything is zip tied. As my good friend Mossman says, everything is buttoned up. I like that word. So tell me what y'all think. Now this is, of course, it's somewhat overcast. The sun's trying to come out over there. So yeah, we did make this out of 2-inch square tubing, and then I believe this is 1 inch or 3/4 inch, just regular square pipe that it will help protect the back window. With the toolbox here, it is going to hang down and help block the bottom half here. This here will all be covered up by toolbox, so that's why we didn't put a lower bar on here. So yeah, it turned out really good. We did use Herculiner, as you can see in the pictures I took. You can kind of see it there. So this is 2.5 coats. Some spots got some other coats. Herculiner. We were able to really make that stuff do some really great work. If you guys are looking for an all-around roll-on bed liner, they do make this stuff in the spray can now. This stuff's awesome. As you can see, it just molds. It keeps water off stuff. I've actually used this on the bumper of my Dakota, and it really looks nice. Keeps the dirt. It's easy to wash, whatever. Easy to clean, easy to take care of. Let me go ahead and get up in the cab or up in the bed here, and give you a little better look at it here. And then I'll go ahead and turn the running lights on and stuff so you can check those out. And then we'll check it out here tonight and see how bright this dude gets. Give you a little close up there of the Herculiner. It does kind of have a little texturedness to it, which is fine. We went ahead and did this side. We did not do the inside. We do have a couple holes here already drilled for the toolbox, so we just got to make some brackets to mount those because they'll have to mount a certain way. Because we did make gussets here to help keep this from bouncing. Unlike the one of the Dakota broke, we had to make some crazy gussets, but hey, it works. Now I don't know what's going on here. I do have one of these lights flickering. I don't know if that's something to do with the light or a wire. We did have a couple wires we found out underneath there that wasn't in good shape. We did replace them, so may have to check the wiring on that. But there you go, here in broad daylight. These lights here are super, super bright. Going down the road, these things light up the side of this truck. Not a super lot, but they do. So there they are, all in there. And they're smoked, so during the day you really don't see them. I don't know what's going on with that light. I'll have to maybe check on that. There's the back. Of course, that's just running. Got some clearance lights there. And here's this side. So yeah. And then of course nothing on top yet. We'll get to that here shortly. So it looks super good. Let me go ahead and turn on the 4-ways here just so you guys can see the flash And then I'll turn the running lights off. Just turn the hazards on there. You can kind of see the lights all there flashing. They're bright. Now let me go ahead and turn off the running lights so you can see how those look. Stupid dingy thing. So, yeah, looks pretty good. I like it. Of course, turn signals work, all that good stuff, brake light, all that good stuff works. So, super bright. So what my next plans are, and some of this is already in motion, you can't have a headache rack without having a warning light up there. So, this is what the plans are as of now. We do have a Virtue 8 from SpeedTech Lights in process, getting processed. We're going to put a Virtue 8 on the back here. We do have the controller already set up, which runs our Raptor visor, which is up here. You can kind of see it right there. And we're getting a Virtue 8 amber white, and I believe we're going to mount it right here. I'm going to try to mount it on top of this bar, but I don't think it'll fit in between those two lights. I think I made the light brackets a little bit too big. But if that's the case, we'll mount it under here, run the wire down. We've got some clips that I got so I can make the wire go down to the bed, or maybe even bring the wire this way, bring it under the truck, up into the cab, all that good stuff. So Virtue 8 traffic advisor from SpeedTech. Being outside, it is going to be weatherproof. They did have them weatherproof it, all that stuff. If you guys are wanting some cool, inexpensive lights, make sure you guys check out SpeedTech Lights. I mean, they may not be the super bright, like wheeling bars and the big Freedom bars and the $4,000 or $5,000 Phoenix stuff, but hey, they'll get the job done. I have been with SpeedTech since I think I started ordering from them. They started in 2015, I believe 2016 or 17. I was ordering from them, so not much longer after they started. So there's a lot of videos here on the channel. There is a playlist of SpeedTech lights, all the SpeedTech lights I've used. You guys can check those out, past stuff. They are coming out with a bunch of stuff. There is a big clearance sale going on. There is a 24% off sale going on right now for New Year, so make sure you hit their website up, check it out. So another thing we're going to do is, because if that traffic advisor has dual function, so I'm going to set one of my functions for solid white. Give me white light behind me. Or if I'm going to have a floodlight behind me, I still need to have some warning behind me. So we are going to get, sometime here this winter or early spring, we're going to get a 50-inch dual colored. Anybody take a guess? What do you think I'm going to get? K-Force micro bar, and put on top of there. I was going to get a K-Force, just a regular K-Force 47-inch, but I was like, man, they're a little bit wider, and I kind of wanted something that wasn't as wide to put up there so that the toolbox lid wouldn't hit it and all that. So that'll be real nice to be able to mount that up there. I'll be super excited for that. So that's to come, so make sure you subscribe to the channel if you want to see cool SpeedTech stuff. We will be doing an unboxing and product review on the Virtue 8. It was kind of sold by a buddy of mine. He video chatted me and showed me his, and I was like, holy cow, that's bright. So we're going to check it out. I'm super excited for that to get here, and I'm super happy for this headache rack. I'm super happy on how this truck is turning out. So we've got a lot of awesome stuff going on here to this truck. So I thank you guys for following along and checking out my cool headache rack. So with the magic of power, we'll flip this thing over to nighttime so you guys can see what's left here and how this thing looks in dark. All right, it is night time. As you can see, my snowplow truck's coming into view. There you go. Oh, you guys want to see it lit up? Oh, okay. So I'll give you this little cool part. When you hit your unlock button to unlock it, this is what it looks like. So super bright there. I'll just go ahead and turn on the running lights. So here's the side lights. As you can see how bright those suckers are. So basically this piece that goes up kind of angles and goes over and down, that is all one piece. That is one stick of 2 2-inch tubing. We just made some cuts so we could bend it and then welded the bends together so it's all one piece. And then we wanted it to be a little bit taller, so we added a little bit of piece down here. So it kind of comes up and then shoots over like that. But it looks super good. I'm super happy with it. Let me go ahead and shut. It looks super good. We'll get some, when it's not super windy, get some drone footage of this. Because drone footage makes stuff look great, but it's a little bit too breezy and it's super cold and none of my drone batteries are charged up right now. So, but yeah, looks really, really good. Now, once we get done snow plowing, this headache rack on the Dakota is going to get a makeover for the next truck. So we will have that headache rack, and then we're going to have this one here that's on the Dakota, which I really don't like this. So we've got those pieces we'll keep. We're going to Herculine that. We're going to redo that. We're going to cut it, splice it, make it bigger to fit a bigger truck, full-size truck, hopefully. And you guys can see the... Let's turn the hazard on here. So, see it flashing back there. And there we're flashing there. So, definitely noticeable. LED does have it completely shuts off, completely shuts back on, other than dimming and getting bright like a halogen bulb does. So I do like that factor. And then when we turn the running lights off, see how that looks. So it looks super cool there. Eventually we're going to get light bar to go across the bottom that'll have all that running lights and stop, tail, turn, all that stuff in there, and I'll be able to just plug right in right there to where we hooked all that stuff up. So again, thank you guys so much for watching, checking out this awesome build. I'm sorry I didn't take much more video while making this, but between having to hold stuff, weld stuff, my buddy there, I didn't have a camera crew with me, so I wasn't able to shoot video. But again, thank you to Patrick Farms and Mr. Patrick and all the Patricks there for helping me out with everything you guys have ever helped me with. You guys are awesome. That family has been a blessing to me, whether they know it or not. And if they're watching this right now, I thank you guys so much for helping me and helping support my cause. And even though, you know, it took us a little time to do it between harvesting and winter and other jobs working at our church building and stuff, it got done eventually. I knew it would get done. So I also want to give a big shout out to my buddy Kurt for being an inspiration here on my channel, giving me ideas, giving me different things that, you know, I could do to this truck, give me some ideas. He's been a really good inspiration on this truck build too. So thanks, Kurt. Appreciate your content. Appreciate you being a supporter and awesome friend. So thank you guys for watching. By the way, it is my birthday today. Well, when you're watching this, it was yesterday, but my birthday was yesterday. I just turned big 36, so had a few people message me there on the comments on some older videos and some personal messages saying happy birthday. So I want to say thank you to all those people for wishing me a great happy birthday. It was a wonderful one, and thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.